Do you keep running out of charge and don't want to farm Zonaite for hours on end? Well, there's a fix, but it does require some work, as you can get the awesome Zonaite Armor set, which is located on 3 different sky islands, but they aren't that easy to get to. But don't worry, we'll show you how to get there without too much trouble. But what does this armor set do exactly? The armor has a perk on it called Energy Up, and what that does is greatly reduce your energy consumption, meaning you can use your Zonaite devices for even longer without needing to have a ton of battery power or Zonaite charges. With all 3 set pieces, it dramatically reduces your battery energy usage for all devices by around half, allowing you to fly for ages and power your energy hungry devices for even longer. So while it isn't going to stop you from running out of battery completely and give you infinite power, it will 100% help you in your journey across Hyrule. For me, it's been an absolute game changer as I love building, but it was useful for regular gameplay as well with its high defense, which can be upgraded. We will show you a full demonstration of the armor later on in the video so you can get a feel of the armor set and if you want it. But we highly suggest you pick this one up as it has some pretty great stats on it and it ends up being one of the best in the game. We know when the armor is fully upgraded, it will give you a total of 84 defense, which is massive. All of the pieces of armor have a similar description, so let's take the helmet as an example. A helmet forged of Zonaite and infused with magic that improves energy efficiency for Zonaite devices. A great fairy has increased its defense by 2 levels. Since the armor pieces are in relatively hard to reach places, there are a few things that we will need that will make our lives so much easier. Auto build is fantastic to have as it speeds up getting to the islands that we'll need to get to. We will also need to build some planes to get up to high places. So make sure you have plenty of wings, fans, and steering sticks because we will want to use them. If you need any of these devices, you can visit Tarry Town in the northeast of the map, and here use the dispenser that has all 3 of them and other goodies inside. With these resources, you can set up a 3-fan glider, and this will help you get enough lift and momentum to climb up to the higher islands. The other thing to know is that it's easy to get to these islands if you have the Zora armor piece that lets you swim up waterfalls. But this actually is not required, and it's a long quest chain that we're going to show you how to skip and easily get to these locations anyway. Also, make sure that you activate the shrine when you get to the islands so you can fast travel back to them later if you need to. So let's start off with perhaps the easiest one first. In the northeast of the map over Tarry Town is an island called the Great Sky Mine. In the spherical structure of this cluster of islands, there's an armor to get, and the easiest way to get there is to start at the Ulri Mountain Skyview Tower. This will give you enough height to reach the Sky Island archipelago, and here you will be able to make a fan plane and fly directly over to the island. Make sure to keep climbing in altitude, so if you can't completely make it, you can then glide there for the rest of the way. When you do arrive, activate the machine by using the Dragon Shrine, and then go to the middle and rotate the launcher 45 degrees to the right, then use it to launch yourself to the second island. Make sure you're looking up so you line this up correctly. Once you're on the highest island near the other launcher, we will be able to use this to get into the sphere, so make sure to line it up with the hole. If you don't have auto build, you will need to shoot one of the bricks with the launcher to go into the hole. But if you do have auto build, we can actually cheese this very easily. Just attach anything to a block and then launch yourself into the sphere. Once inside, use auto build to recreate the sphere that you just attached something to and drop it on the square in the middle. This will then activate the sphere to start spinning, but the entrance will now be at the bottom outside. So climb out onto one of the towers and ascend through, then jump out of the side and glide around into the hole. This will include the Zonaite Shin guards, and now you have the first armor piece. Now onto the Zonaite Helm. You'll need to get to Courage Island, and you can easily get here from the Lindor Brow Skyview Tower. Once you are on the island, it's time to make our trusty fan plane, but first make sure to mark the island that we want to get to. We're trying to get to Courage Island, which is off to the west, so make sure you're going in that direction and you should be able to make it. If you don't have enough power for your planes to make it that far, you can use Zonaite charges to juice up your batteries. On the island, you will need to activate the Dragon Shrine so that it drains the water, which will allow you to access a hidden ground cavern. This is located behind a bunch of rocks. Go on inside and then you will need to align the mirror so that they bounce to each other throughout this cave. You can slightly spot them in the dark, so make sure to keep an eye out for them. And the last one is being used as a weapon by a construct, so make sure to clap him and then use it. You can then ascend through the platform above the green button to grab the chest, and if you head down some stairs, there will be a shrine that you can get to give you a fast travel back here here for later. Next up is perhaps the hardest one, as it is a little tricky and requires some timing. You need to start from the Great Sky Island. So teleport to the Gutambak Shrine as we are heading towards the east from here to the Zonaite Forge on the island. Once you have done the teleport, head towards the nearby dispenser that will be on a floating block. We're going to use this point to travel across and then build a plane. So what we will need to do is to use 2 rockets on the floating block in the direction of the island we're going to. You will need to do these rockets one after another and wait till you come to a stop before doing it, otherwise things can fall off. After doing 2 rockets, your platform will start to blink. This means you need to really quickly build or auto-build your plane that uses the fans. You should have enough time to quickly do this and jump on. Then you will need to fly the rest of the way. The combination of both flying and using the platform should give you enough distance to get over to the island. Once you arrive here, follow these spiraling platforms to the lowest point, which will have a dragon shrine on it. You will then use this, which will activate the island and turn all of the fans on. Then it's our time to make our way up to the top using each section one at a time. Start making your way up higher and higher, and then make your way into the central circle, and this is where it gets fun. Avoid the lasers on the way down. This might be a little tricky, but just play it safe and you'll do it in no time. Once you're inside, you then want to look for the tower above the lava pit. So use any source of ice or water to create a platform directly under it. Then stand on that platform and ascend into the tower, and this is where you grab the Zonaite Waist Guard. So now you have the whole armor set. You have access to more dispensers and several good fast travel points up in the sky. If you upgrade the armor twice, you'll also be able to unlock an extra set bonus on the armor, which gives you faster recharging of your batteries. In order to upgrade the armor, you'll want to have access to the Great Fairies. This will also require you to use construct parts. You can find most of these in the Great Sky Island, the starting area, or shrines after completing them for the first time. So now let me show you the armor set in action. We have set up some cannons which are pretty good at draining batteries. So as you can see, both with and without the armor set, there's a massive difference in the amount of energy being consumed. You can see with all of the Zonaite devices, it reduces the usage by about 50%, meaning you're getting twice as much battery power. For the recharging, we also tested it and found out that it decreases the recharging speed per battery cell from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, giving you around a 20% reduction. This armor set is so fun to use, not just for its high defense, but because the set bonus is so good. If you like flying around places, or even in the underground, or just riding around on silly machines like mechs that wreck enemies, then you need this set. It's a perfect combo for the video on screen now, where we show you some of the best builds that you can create. So hit that like button if we've helped you out, and the 2 videos on screen now we think you'll really enjoy if you did enjoy this one. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to, but if you did like this video, you're probably going to like these ones too. And then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.